of the whatever, those are on technicalities. Those are on technicalities, but the substance. It's not about substance over form. So can we? Yes, you want to debate the report, Dr. Yume?
Thank you.
Let me first get the doctors.
Thank you,
Dr. Yume. You're which doctor? Yes, Dr. Yume.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. It's a good report, definitely. I just wanted to make a clarity on Kilembe Mines Hospital. When I chaired the Health Committee, we visited Kilembe Mines Hospital on the instructions of the Right Honorable Speaker to assess the damage by River Nyamwamba. And Right Honorable Speaker, we came back and reported to this House that the hospital is irreparable, and the advice we gave was that a new hospital is built in a place called Rukochi. That's where the health center for. So I would like to underscore the fact that the current Kilembe Mines Hospital is irreparable. It is in the flood path of River Nyamwamba. Right Honorable Speaker, on the issue of ICU equipment, the ICU equipment was procured as an emergency procurement during COVID. And the next step was to build the structures where the equipment was going to be housed. I am on record on this floor for 2 financial years for saying that Masaka Regional Referral Hospital only needed 680 million shillings to complete their ICU equipment, which was stashed somewhere in a store. So I think this money should be provided and these ICUs will be functional. Finally, Right Honorable Speaker, the task is on ours as Parliament.
Honorable Minister of Health, General, take notes of what is being said. I see Daudi is taking your time.
Right Honorable Speaker, it's incumbent upon this Parliament to agree whether CT scan services should be free. My opinion, as a medical doctor, I think we shall run down the health services of this country if they are 100% free. In the private sector, they are about 400,000 shillings. In government facilities, they range between 100 to 120,000 shillings. So I think it may be a policy issue where we say, should ICU services, CT scan services be free, or we should put a charge? Cognizant of the fact, Right Honorable Speaker, that Uganda is in a region where we also provide services to Eastern DRC and Congo. So we shall also be, and South Sudan, we shall also be giving services to these neighbors of ours at no cost. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Sarah.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. I'm a doctor. They're starting with doctors. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. And I thank Honorable Abed for the report. Right Honorable Speaker, in the report they mentioned about equipments that are given out by Ministry of Health and they are not functioning. Right Honorable Speaker, Nakaseke District was given a sterilizer machine, and it was given by Ministry of Health. They contracted Crown Company Limited to repair and do services to the machine. But when their contract expired...
To supply?
No.
Repair? Okay.
To repair. It's already there. But they contracted Crown Company Limited to repair and service the machine. But when their contract ended, it was not renewed, and up to now the machine is down. That's my concern, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you so much.
Opendi.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank the committee chair and his team for this very good report. And Right Honorable Speaker, in the Public Accounts Committee, The Auditor General equally raises concerns about government spending a lot of resources procuring equipment that are redundant in hospitals, Right Honorable Speaker. It's extremely unfortunate. If you went even to Mulago Regional Referral Hospital, the ICU, equipments are there. The challenge is staffing. And we are discussing this report, which the Minister of Health equally is lamenting about, because they need resources in order for these issues that have been raised by the Government Assurances Committee to actually be implemented. So they are also challenged, Right Honorable Speaker, and I think it is time for us as this Parliament, as we get into the next budget, let us look at these issues and allocate resources so that these equipments do not remain redundant, Right Honorable Speaker. It is really my plea. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker.
Actually, on what Honorable Sarah is saying, in Mulago we have the best ICU ward and beds. We have the organ transplant, we have the dialysis, but we don't have human resource.
Yes, thank you,
We
Right
don't
Honorable.
have the staffing. At the end of the day, they end up referring people out of the country because we are not just affording to pay salaries for the staff.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker, for complimenting my point. Secondly, Right Honorable Speaker, on Soroti Regional Referral Hospital, I really plead that let us prioritize this facility because it serves beyond the people within Soroti. It is actually, it has remained like a district hospital. Let us leave that facility, allocate resources so that they can utilize the land that has been offered by the hospital. I mean by the university. It is a regional referral hospital. It is a teaching hospital. And these doctors, Right Honorable Speaker, have done excellent work. We even recognize some of the doctors who separated the conjoined twins. If you look at the theater where these doctors are operating, you'll just cry. You will shed tears. So, Right Honorable Speaker, all that I am saying is let us prioritize the health sector. Let us allocate resources. But also, can I call upon the Ministry of Health to bring the National Health Insurance Bill so that we can be able to, you can see cost sharing in hospitals. Now, the cost sharing is on. But how are Ugandans contributing towards health care? They're actually paying under the table. So let's prioritize and have the National Health Insurance Scheme and also know that tertiary care is not wholly free in this country. Thank you very much.
Honorable Minister, Soroti Referral Hospital. Actually, we don't have a referral hospital. It's supposed to be Soroti District Hospital. When a general hospital, when Soroti was created a city, when it became a city, that small hospital, which is in the middle of town, with even no expansion, no land for expansion or whichever. Even when you're at the gate, they don't even have vehicles to remove the what? Garbage. Even when you're at the gate, you feel the smell in that hospital. So it is high time you now build the referral hospital. Maybe you need to change the name for now that this is the Soroti General Hospital. Because you find even the operations, major operations, cannot be done because they don't have a very good theater. It's a very serious matter. Honorable Apollo Zima.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable. And I want to thank the Chair for a very good report. Right Honorable, in connection to the observation on the number of health center tools that have been upgraded, a majority not yet handled, I want to support the issue, the point raised by Honorable Sarah, that indeed the Ministry of Health needs to support us in this struggle and provide the resources. For instance, when you refer
It's
to
not
my
health, it is finance.
Minister of Finance, thank you, Right Honorable.
And I think as the House, we really need to make priorities when we are budgeting. We should make a priority and say the first sector that we should allocate funds should be health. Because you need healthy people. You need healthy people. So we must make a budget which considers health as a priority.
Thank you, Right Honorable. Like the case of Kumi District, Right Honorable, we have new sub-counties that already have existing health center tools. So even as there are too many, we would see that we pick at least one from a new sub-county, and then it is upgraded to a health center 3, instead of starting new construction projects for health center 3s.
Thank you.
Right Honorable, when you look at the point on the aspect, a recommendation to have the Auditor General look at the utilization of these funds. Right Honorable, it is not the first time we are coming up with that recommendation. I was formerly a member of PAC. An Auditor General made a number of observations about the you give to 1 and 2. We discussed here, the recommendations we arrived at. Maybe we do now see critically on the implementation aspect. When Parliament debates on the existing gaps, what is really done and what is implemented. And then on the double payment to contractors. Right Honorable, this is an abuse to us as government. Could the ministry give us an explanation why double payment to certain contractors occurred? Because part of that money would have been utilized for another purpose. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Onzima.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I want to thank the committee for the good report and also add my voice on the issues being raised, particularly issues to do with the redundancy of equipments that are there but not being put into use. I remember the Parliament asked...
Honorable, actually the redundancy of these equipments, according to the report, it says that the equipments are there, but then there is no infrastructure. They end up keeping the equipments in the stores. At the end of the day, they end up getting spoiled.
Yeah, thank you, Madam Speaker. That's the same issue I'm trying to raise. When you look at issues to do with the provision of services, many times I thought we should make assessment and ensure that first things come first. Because here we are raising issues of infrastructure which is not in place, and even personnel which are not there. I was talking to my district health officer, and he gave me highlight of challenges of human resource. For example, in the district, we needed 4 anesthetic officers, but we only have 1. When you go to radiographers, we needed 2, but there's none on ground. Clinical officers, we need 45, they're only 25. We have nurses, enrolled nurses, we need 190, we only have 90. A number of it, the challenges are enormous. So for me, what I was saying is that when we look at establishing activities on the ground, the first things needed to be put first. 1, the infrastructure should have been put to avoid this kind of wastage and redundancy. And then also 2, personnel should have been trained. Madam Speaker, it may not only be health. If you assess most of these government activities, there are a number of equipments for whether agriculture sector and other sectors which are redundant, put in place. You go to Arua, you find things to do with agro processing equipment. So for me, what I was saying is that before we rush to get these equipments, whatever is needed should be put in place to avoid wastage, to avoid this kind of redundancy. That's the issue I wanted to raise. Thank you, Madam Speaker. But for those areas which require our support as Parliament in terms of finance, we should urge the Minister of Finance really to help us such that we put all this in place. Thank you.
Thank you. Chair, Health.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. I would like to thank the Chair of the committee for a very comprehensive report which has just given us. But Right Honourable Speaker, some of these issues are to do with health. I remember when I was presenting the budget committee, I talked about so many unfunded priorities. And I was requesting that if they could increase the budget, maybe some of those issues could be handled. The issues of human resource. We are still understaffed. but of course they couldn't increase the budget. Then also, we're requesting for more equipment. For example, like the oxygen plants. Already what we have, we are failing to maintain because of utilities. But again, we want more. But again, you're not increasing the budgets. The more equipment you bring in the country, in the sector, the more infrastructure we construct in the sector, we need to increase the budget. So some issues are due with the utility, with the budgets. So I'm requesting the members, when we bring the budget for health, at least for the coming financial year, you can see where the money is going. So, Right Honourable Speaker, I would like to thank the committee for a very good presentation of the report. And some of the projects have already been completed. Thank you.
Thank you. But also, even when we increase the budget, we should move systematically. We cannot have the equipment without having the infrastructure. We cannot have the equipment without having the human resource. So we should first have the human resource, the infrastructure. Then you now get the human resource and then have the equipment. Other than doing the other way around. Yeah. Yes, Amede, Naigaga, Flavia. Wonders, you'll go next after the girls.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. And I thank the chairperson for the marvelous report. I'm a victim in this report because some of the projects mentioned are actually from my district. Taking issue with the health sector, Madam Minister, we have the health center of Kachuru. The construction has gone on for 5 years. At one time, last year, the Committee of Government Assurances, under the chair of Honorable Namboze, took a visit to the health center with the commissioner responsible, but nothing was done to avert the anomalies that the committee highlights. I also got to know that the community did write several letters to the office of the IGG to avert the mismanagement of the project, but nothing had been done. Relatedly, there is another project under the Ministry of Education, a CD school in Kachuru. We have not got value for money. The community also made several complaints and nothing has been done.
Thank you.
The state of affairs is really an indictment on us, the NRM government, that the supervision from the center is very poor and hence the state of affairs. Thank you, Honorable Speaker.
Thank you, Honorable Ahmed. Honorable Minister, the health center she's talking about, we share it. You know, we are neighbors. Part of it is from Bukede and part of it from her constituency. Honorable Chair, you now understand where I was telling you to structure your report in a way that health center, Achuru, on this and this date. Because now when we would come to debate this, we would specifically look at the status of those promises. You would not now allow us, who have not been promised, whom government is naturally doing its projects on, to bring this debate. Yes, Mariam.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. I join colleagues to appreciate the committee for the wonderful report. Right Honourable Speaker, in addition to the so many health center tools that have remained upgraded, we still have constituencies where the health center 3s have not been uplifted to health center 4s as per the policy of the Ministry of Health. A case is the Bukono constituency, Namtumba district. It was created in 2015. To date, Ivukula Health Center 3 has not been upgraded. And Right Honourable Speaker, with the challenges that we are facing as far as the road infrastructure is concerned, it becomes a big challenge, mainly to the pregnant women crossing to different districts to access health services. Right Honourable Speaker, another issue I want to raise is to do with the Health Centre 3s that we had budgeted for in the previous budget, and the Cabinet took a decision to reverse the money that was appropriated under some sub-counties to access Health Centre 3s. A case in common, I have Bugobi Town Council and Bugobi Sub-County. They had been allocated money for Health Centre 3s, and the Cabinet took a decision and reversed this budget. We want the Minister of Health to tell us what is the way forward on this. I thank you.
Thank you, Flavia.
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I would like to thank the committee for the report on health. And Madam Speaker, I have 8 sub-counties which have no Health Centre 3, 2 of whom, Nkakwa and Chigambo, were coded almost 3-4 years ago, and up to now they have never operated as Health Centre 3s. They have no staffing. I mean, they have not been given capacity to operate at the level on which they are coded, and I would like the Minister to take that very seriously. Madam Speaker, Chiaka North constituency in my district does not have a Health Centre 4, and the Minister of Health has kept visiting Hapuyo Health Centre 3 and trying to encourage them and support them to make sure they are upgraded to Health Centre 4, but the wait has been so long, and we need to be told why it... Madam Speaker, can I finish this?
Thank you.
Madam Speaker, while we are talking about human resource...
Can we reduce the time so that we are able to, all other people are able to...
To finish this, Madam Speaker. Okay. While we are talking about Madam Speaker, the staffing we are talking about at our health centers is not that one of the hands-on or the midwives and nurses who are frontliners. Most of the staff are data entrants, they are records, and then you'll find us having 80% staffing when actually those that are frontliners are the fewer. And I think we need, when we are doing staffing, to disaggregate so that we know whether we have frontline staff or these record keepers and data entrants and admins. Madam Speaker,
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity. Madam Speaker, I want to comment on the UGIFT projects under the Ministry of Health that are implemented by local governments. Madam Speaker, quite often, these projects that are given to the local governments are procured by the center. And yet, the local governments are to monitor. And I know very well that, Madam Speaker, for one to monitor, must have full knowledge of what is to monitor about. So, Madam Speaker, it would be better that when central government is considering the procurement of these projects that are to be implemented by the local governments, that it should harmonize with the district local governments. Because quite a number of local governments, after these projects being implemented in their districts, they always tell you that they just saw people carrying out a project or constructing a structure for a health center 3, but they have little knowledge about it because they don't have the BOQs and
Dr. Chut, Dr. Kamara, Jimmy.
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I want to thank the committee for this report, which puts a lot of emphasis on some of the issues we've constantly raised as the Health Committee. Right Honourable Speaker, the issues raised bear on 2 key areas. One is financial planning and budgeting, and one of the areas is on maintenance planning. The thumb rule, as the engineers have told us before, is that for every value of equipment purchased, 5% must be allocated annually for maintenance. However, when you look at the Health Committee report for the last 3 years, 12 billion has been unfunded priority for maintenance. The second other area is on synchronized planning. If you give me a budget for equipment, the budget for infrastructure, human resource must go along with it. But even the budget for utilities, We were in a beam district, a beam hospital. There was a digital x-ray, the infrastructure is there, the human resource is there, but they did not have three-phase power for 2 years. So they could not operationalize it. So we need to have synchronized planning. And I want to propose an amendment to this report that the Ministry of Finance, in consultation with Ministry of Health, should come up with financial guidelines for procurement of medical equipment, such that we ensure that there's synchronized planning and there's also a budget for maintenance. Lastly is the issue of release of funds. When you look at the budget for construction, there has been the lowest releases. 1 billion shillings for roads is released for the last 2 years, 100%. Money for the boreholes released 100%. But go to the health construction budget. It is rarely released even at 50% itself. There is need to address those issues so that we can be able to resolve these financial challenges. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I want to thank the chairman for the report. I have 2 issues. First of all, I want to say that I belong to the committee, parliamentary committee task force, COVID task force, and we recommended ICUs and the oxygen plants. Secondly, under health committee, we have also recommended CT scans. In Kabaka Hospital, the CT scan was being done in Mbarara, and it needed you to move from Kabale, put in transport and do a CT scan. Therefore, I think 150,000 is a good beginning, but can be reduced. My last point is about procurement, Madam Speaker. We need to be planning when we start procuring. There seems to be somebody, either the Ministry of Health or somewhere, who is in a hurry to procure as quickly as possible. When you see the way CT scans were procured, no equipment, no staff, no infrastructure. In fact, at Mbarara Hospital, as we talk, the CT scan is done. Somebody spent there 2 days. The CT scan had been done. What were they waiting for? For interpretation of the CT images in a private unit. When you look at the oxygen plants, we acquired a lot of oxygen plants in haste. But most of those oxygen plants now have died, and they have acquired the third one in some instances, like Kabaka Hospital. We have acquired the third oxygen plant, but actually it is too expensive, and the other 2 are already dead. Madam Speaker, my view is that doesn't differ from that of other honorable members, that we need to plan as much as possible.
Thank you. You even have an oxygen plant, and you have a generator that cannot run it. In the circumstances that there is no power, you can't. Yes, Jimmy?
Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker. I'm going to take a different approach from my colleagues, and this is based on history, that you begin with personnel before even the structure. Because when you have the personnel, you can do the makeshift issues, it'll be able to work. But even if you have the structure, but you have not trained the personnel, it will be a monument. It will not work. So first issue is personnel. And I do not want this issue of the government coming here and say, we're not funded, we're not funded. What are you doing in cabinet? If you cannot defend your sector, what are you really doing in cabinet? Right now, we need service delivery for the people. To go back to this issue where it was mentioned, Busole Hospital. Busole Hospital is part of 24 hospitals which were part of the second 5-year development plan. And I'm mentioning it here because I know most members will not have read it and will not read it, although it's here in the library. In that plan, it was to increase the hospital beds to 2.5 per 1,000 people. And that meant 8,250 beds, which were built. Busole Hospital is one of them. You had the dispensaries and sub-dispensaries, which were county and sub-county structures. Okay. These hospitals were built. Now, I was in this parliament, in the 8th parliament, we borrowed $100 million to repair 24 hospitals. We only did about 12. Busole now, which is part of this one, is going for $20 million. One hospital. One hospital, $20 million. We built 24 hospitals at £6 million, plus dispensaries and sub-dispensaries to serve the people of Uganda. These are the same structures which cannot be rehabilitated after 40 years. let us be honest here.
Thank you.
If we care for the people, let us prioritize the work for the people and not go around the bush. Many of these things are in the library.
Thank you.
Cross-check, you will see. UPC did it right.
Thank you. Thank you. I am also happy that UPC is in bed with NRM now. And the question is, what are you doing in cabinet? The appropriation is done by Parliament of Uganda. The blame should come to you, members of Parliament, not cabinet. So I don't want the minister to take responsibility that because the minister is in cabinet, it is a collective responsibility of cabinet and Parliament. Honorable Medi.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right.
By the way, the Honorable Medi Nsereko has crossed to Ecological Party of Uganda. Is now the president of Ecological Party of Uganda. Congratulations.
Thank you.
The House is duly informed, and we have written to Electoral Commission to that effect. Yes.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. I can see members are very excited.
It's a procedural matter.
About
Right Honorable Speaker, I want to thank you for recognizing Honorable Nsereko, and I want to welcome him to the club of party presidents in this parliament. He now joins me, the Honorable Wakena, the Honorable Wechitiba, Matthias Impuga, and my colleague who doesn't sit here but comes once in a while for State of the Nation address. So procedurally, Right Honorable Speaker, it would be right to welcome him to that club. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Honorable members, by the way, you made these rules, and when you made these rules, they are your rules. We are going to limit the debate on this. It's already past 4. Today is supposed to be Prime Minister's time, and Prime Minister is supposed to be addressing us at 4, and we have a report. So that will be. You are the one who made these rules.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Before the rules catch up with me, Right Honorable Speaker, we beg your indulgence in this matter. At least that's one of the rules that is not entrenched, and that if you so wish, we can have it suspended if we request you, Right Honorable Speaker, through a motion.
I am not suspending. Stop clapping you.
Right Honorable Speaker, given the importance of health to the people of this country, I am aware that in 2001, Uganda participated in the African Union and appended her signature on the Abuja Declaration towards enhanced funding of the health sector. I would like to associate myself with the discussion made by different people and the assertion that you made, Right Honorable Speaker, that this Parliament has powers in appropriation. And I agree with you. A year ago, this same Parliament clearly said that we should enhance the health budget to 15% in accordance with the Abuja Declaration. Right now, it's about 8.5%. And the Minister of Health clearly said that her hands were tied in this case, that she needed the support of Parliament. And when we did the same, the President of the Republic came out and said members of Parliament should not alter what the Minister of Finance presents. Therefore, our hands are also tied. We would like to tell the country that we support the enhancement of the funding of the Ministry of Health and the health sector. But the executive said, Right Honourable Speaker, that the Parliament cannot alter the budgetary figures as presented, that the budget committee and Parliament can only reject and return to the President. We would like to say, we reject what was presented, and let's see the good work of the executive by saying that it wants 15% of the budget to be allocated to the health sector, and it sees how we reject. Therefore, it cannot be cross-field that they propose and we reject. We actually would like to say as Parliament that we want the budgetary, the figures in supporting the health budget to be enhanced to more than 15%. So, information, I'll take it, brother.
Honourable members, in the public gallery this afternoon, we have teachers and pupils from St. Joseph Igayaza Primary School from Kakumi Road District. They are represented by Honourable Tumwesi J. Josephat and Honourable Nabanja Robina, the Prime Minister. You're most welcome. Welcome. Join me in welcoming them. We also have, in the public gallery, we have teachers and pupils of Bishop Cyprian Primary School from Nakawa Division East. Welcome. They are represented by Honorable Musubuga Ronald Balmwezo and Honorable Malende Shamim. You're most welcome. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Yes.
Thank you, my colleague, the Honorable Medin Sereko, for granting me chance to give you information. In 2021 budget, our budget was about 31 trillion. Today, it is 72 trillion. So I'm wondering why it is very difficult for us to appropriate and increase the budget of health. What is the problem? Where does the money go?
Finally, Right Honourable Speaker, I would have loved to do so, but there are very many members in the queue. Unless you're joining the Ecological Party. So you sit down. Therefore, Right Honourable Speaker, as I wind up, I would like to thank you that you are one of the people while seated in the chair who clearly stated that it would be important to enhance the budget of Ministry of Health. Now that the Minister of Finance and the Minister of Health are here, and well knowing that our people are in a dire situation health-wise, it is important that they make an undertaking today so that the government, the Committee on Government Assurance can capture it, that they are going to put in place all that has been requested in their different recommendations. Thank you, Right Honourable Speaker.
Thank you. We'll need the action taken reports back in the House. Ibanda, Sailo, Karim, Chemonge, Sane, Anafa, and Honourable Alanyo.
Thank you so much, the Honourable Speaker, for the opportunity.
A minute.
Yes, the Honourable Speaker, I want to thank you for the opportunity, and I want to thank the Chair for the elaborate report. The Honourable Speaker, the issue, I think on 10th January 2023, I rose on the same floor, on this floor of Parliament on the issue of health sector in Toroko district. And the minister visited, but the challenge is that there was a proposal here on the floor of Parliament read by the Honourable Prime Minister, what we intended to do in Toroko, construction of general ward at Rebseng and Karugutu, and maternity ward both on Karugutu and Rebsengo. And Kibuku Town Council, a whole town council has no health facility, not even a health center too. Karugutu sub-county. And you had proposed to upgrade Msandama Health Center 212 Center 3. But the challenge is that the minister, you are lacking financial support from the Minister of Health, Minister of Finance. The Honorable Speaker, recently I went in your committee and funded priority you can't believe. I thought that the Minister of Finance should be and tell us why are they not giving money to the minister so that he does all this work. All this work needs money. And lastly, on Fort Potro, we have that referral hospital in Fort Potro, Buhinga. Now, no oxygen plant. CT scan is down. And all of us in Rwenzori stroke Toro, that's where we run to. So the Right Honorable Speaker, this is alarming, and something should be done on a referral hospital in Fort Potro called Buhinga, and those promises you made to the people of Ontoroko in health sector.
Thank you.
Right Honorable Speaker, in tennis parliament, I sat on that committee of government assurances. Most members thought that that was not an important committee. But later I realized that is the most powerful committee that we need in this parliament. And they have done us a great job by revealing the revelations. Right Honorable Speaker, issue number 1, I sit on the committee of PAC. If you go to the report if you go to the engagement that we have had with the regional referral hospitals, you will actually see all these issues that we are talking about. And issue number 1, when it comes to utilities, we are not releasing money for paying for water and electricity in regional referral hospitals. It is an answer. Yet we want services from them. ICU facilities are being equipped. The minister has done that part. But we have not given them money for utilities. That is true. When it comes to their development budget.
Thank you. Karim.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. On the 7th of September 2023, Right Honorable Speaker, I raised the matter concerning Mbale Regional Referral Hospital, the ICU and surgical complex, and the Minister of Defense, Honorable Oboth, came and committed that they would be completing that building within 2 months and confirmed that he had received funds from Ministry of Finance. And I remember he offered you an invitation to come and commission that building when it's complete. But to date, nothing has been done yet. Probably the Minister of Health can enlighten when that structure will be complete. Secondly, it concerns Namatala Health Center. It's a health center in Mbale City. But when I looked at the annexes, I saw they were one of the beneficiaries of beds and other equipment. But unfortunately, as I speak now, they've never received anything. They had one old maternity bed, the one our mothers produced on, which was very old. Actually, the 2 new beds that they're using, I had to provide and supply them to help because there is a gap. So it's really sad that the health center does not have even a single proper or new bed on which our mothers can produce. Lastly, it concerns the
Yes, Gwen.
Thank you so much, Madam Speaker, for giving me this opportunity. I have 3 things. One, I remember in 2022, we all agreed that we allocate money to make sure we have health center 3s in all the remaining sub-counties in this country. And we all agreed. That meant those ones of upgrading health center 2s and the sub-counties without health center 3s. But now we have sub-counties without even health center 2s, which we even stopped that we should not create more health center 2s, and we are not hurrying up with the health center 3s. Secondly, I have heard about the upgrades of having the referral hospitals. In Sabay, just a minute, Madam Speaker. In Sabay, it has become a song.
Switch on.
In Sabay, the issue of having the referral hospital has become a song. Madam Speaker, if you look at the House, all my colleagues are not there now. And one of the issues that has made them not to be here is the referral hospital also. Almost everybody failed And the only question was hospitals, hospitals, and hospitals. Madam Speaker, I really need a very, I wanted the minister to tell us what happened, because the whole house agreed that we allocate money for the health industries and the referral hospitals. We did, and you, Madam.
Honorable Minister, we agreed we should discuss issues of service delivery, because everybody is putting a blame on service delivery for the loss. People have lost because of issues of roads, because of issues of hospitals, issues of schools, water. You have not finished it. Since you are alone in the house now, you finish.
Finally.
No, it's representing the whole of Sabay.
Finally, Madam Speaker, finally is on the issue of district hospitals. I know we agreed to put them on hold until we finish the health industries, but we have districts that are hard to reach. For example, in the entire Sabay region, we only have one district hospital. Yes, and that's Kapchora Hospital. Queen District does not have a hospital. Bukwa District does not have a hospital. This is really embarrassing, and it is what. Yes.
Thank you, Honorable Lanyo.
Thank you, Madam Speaker, for the opportunity, and I would like to thank the chairman of the chairperson of the committee. Madam Speaker, on the report, page 4 of the report speaks to procurement of CT scans. In this regard, the report speaks to 15 procured CT scans in the regional referral hospitals. Madam Speaker, General Military Hospital, Bombo, was mentioned that it was among those
who benefited
that good.
Yes.
As far as I'm concerned, Madam Speaker, we do not have the CT scan in General Military Hospital to date. There would be clarification I would like to get from the chair of the committee, Madam Speaker, is that did he and the committee visit General Military Hospital and confirm that there was any CT scan at all? I thank you, Madam.
Did you get a CT scan in Bombo?
Right Honorable Speaker, we didn't visit all the 14 referral hospitals. We based on the information, some of the information we based on that was provided by the ministry. We visited some. We didn't go to the military hospital. But the minister, we have an opportunity, the minister is here, can provide information whether there is supply.
Honorable Minister, can you first respond to what has been raised? Then if there's an addition, if you have not cleared, then you can clear. Honorable Minister. Elope. The elope is...
Madam Speaker.
You're responding to all.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker. I would be amazed and taken aback at once, respectively, with your assertion that Parliament ought to be in a collective responsibility with the Cabinet, especially when it comes to unfulfilled health infrastructural promises by government. Madam Speaker, there is gross betrayal of parliamentary...
I was talking on appropriation.
And that's where I'm actually coming. Madam Speaker, I'm only slow, but I'm coming to that same point. if Parliament, for instance, there are 2 World Bank funded programs of gift, 1 and 2 projects, with a whopping 552.6 billion, which this Parliament appropriated. But to everyone's shock, out of 124 health center 2s, which were to be upgraded to health center 3s, only 2 were constructed. And then out of health center, actually an anticipation of constructing 62 new health center 3s, the government only completed 2 out of 3 out of 62. The question, therefore, makes this very scandalous. If you were to compute it in terms of percentage, this performance is 1.6%. I've been taking time to do that. And then less than 5% for new construction is out of the 62. The $1 million question, Madam Speaker, should be, where was government and where are all these funds, where are all these huge funds that were made for upgrading of health center 2s to health center 3s and then construction of health center 3s? This, in my view, Madam Speaker, is a gross betrayal of parliamentary appropriations. Parliament has done its bit. Year in, year out, we are here to allow appropriation literally means allowing government to spend the money. We have never declined to allow government to spend the money. But how on earth would they make this abuse? And then we assert that we are performing a complementary role with them, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, this government is long at press conferences, very long at promises, but extremely short at service delivery. When you come to equipment delivered to ghost facilities, there is I want to thank the chairman of this committee.
Which one is a ghost facility?
That's where I'm taking you, Madam Speaker. I'm getting there. There is this particular one with the chairman mispronounced. It is called Uganda Health Center 3. It out of a requirement of 55 staff, they only had 2. Then there is this one in Lira. It is called
you say a ghost facility would mean there is no facility.
I'm developing this point. I'm using this to get to where there was no facility. The truth of the matter is that they were equipping ghost facilities. For instance, the government had not completed construction, and then they equipped those facilities. This is in the report. This is not my own creation.
Honorable Leader of Opposition, for one to call something ghost is not there. You're better off saying uncompleted facility. It is a matter of English. I used to know people from the East as the best in English. I mean, that's where the wise people came from. You get it, eh? It is either non-existent, ghost is non-existent, uncompleted, an ongoing program or project.
Thank you very much. Thank you. I stand guided, Madam Speaker, but English being the second language, I don't take it to be superior.
But you come from the East.
I don't take it to be superior to my mother tongue. But I was saying this.
Honorable Law, it is wrong. First of all, we have said it is wrong to put equipments in uncompleted uncompleted structures. That's why we are saying that in most of the facilities, they would have equipments in the stores, which would even get spoiled. They will not be used, but the facility is there, but uncompleted.
Madam Speaker, with all
people will come later. People will come and read this report. and they will wonder what could have happened.
Madam Speaker, with all due respect, I would concur with you 100% on my shortcomings in that second language. But I would like to be educated here about this ghost. Because if the truth of the matter is that a hospital like the one in Lirira has only one worker, one health worker, incomplete, would you qualify that to be a health facility? Honestly speaking, that is a ghost. That is the kind of interpretation I'm giving to this.
Honorable,
a whole health facility having one health worker.
Please.
The health facility, Madam Speaker, is called...
Honorable Lop, I know you as a very decent person. I used to know you as a very decent person. And I am repeating that I knew you as a very polished, decent person. And I am saying, let's differentiate the words. Ghost and uncompleted, they are all not good. But we are saying this is under still construction. Why are you equipping what is still under construction? Remove your word of ghost.
I stand guided, Madam Speaker, and I'm shifting to CT scans, and said I will conclude with that.
First, remove your word of equipping ghost hospitals. We are equipping uncompleted hospitals or medical facilities.
No, where there is one work, Madam Speaker, that is as good as being no hospital.
Okay, then let's have a response from the minister then. No. Yeah, I have given you guidance which you've not taken. Okay?
Madam Speaker, I've complied.
What Madam have you Speaker, complied?
With your direction.
What is it?
I've withdrawn the word ghost.
Okay.
Yes. I wish I had used air. But Madam Speaker...
John Baptist.
Madam Speaker, that's a light moment. On a serious note, the CT scans, I would not agree with my good friend, Dr. Ayume, when he says that government hospitals should charge fees.
Should not charge.
They should not.
Yes.
Even when they are charging is being mismanaged, Madam Speaker.
Dr. You may say this should be free of charge.
No. That government hospitals should not charge.
No. Let's get a clarification from Dr. Yume.
Right, Honorable Speaker. I did not say that government hospitals should charge. I said when government hospitals charge, it is understandable because the costs of maintaining and running these equipments, there should be a paltry fee levied. Because, Right Honorable Speaker, it is known that in the interest of Pan-Africanism, we provide services to the entire sub-region. So the free services, and yet these equipment are very costly, would run them down. Right Honorable Speaker, can I conclude by saying, in January, we had run out of dialysis equipment and the dialysis machines could not work by January this year, before the end of the financial year. Thank you.
Yes, Lob.
Okay, my point is about this doctor, with your attention, these diagnostics, like CT scans. These are life-saving diagnostics, and we should not make them inaccessible to the poor. Because the truth of the matter is that health is a right, it's not a privilege. And that is my plea, Madam Speaker. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Minister.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable, allow me to thank the committee for the report. Indeed, it's a very good report. The report was made in October last year. It is almost 1 year old. So I just want to remind the committee chair that a lot has changed in the last 1 year that we need to revisit. Nonetheless, I agree with what is in the report and also to the recommendations, including the audit, by the way. We are ready for the audit. We agree with it. Right Honorable Speaker, the upgrade of Health Center 2s to Health Center 3s was a very good project, but with limited resources. Earlier on, Cabinet had only approved for 134 sub-counties and town councils. Later on, this was expanded, and we upgraded up to 433. However, the number of sub-counties keep on going up. To date, we have 2,197 sub-counties, and 488 do not have Health Center 3s. We are waiting funds from all of you when you finally appropriate. Right Honorable Speaker, the money for these upgraded Health Center 3s for wages and equipments were sent to the districts. So recruitment of staff for these upgraded health facilities is a responsibility of the local governments. It is not a responsibility of Ministry of Health. So I urge all of you to follow up with your respective local governments. That is if they didn't lose the wage when the financial year ended, because it was given to them. Even the funds for procuring equipment were given to them. Some of them saw it wise to procure the equipment and keep as they wait for conclusion of the upgrade. And these are equipments for Health Center 3s. You cannot blame them. Right Honorable Speaker, renovation of Busolwe Hospital has been concluded very well, and it is a very beautiful facility. I'll urge many to go and visit. Although Honorable Jimmy says in their days, long ago, and I appreciate that it was quite cheap to build, I want to remind Honorable Jimmy that things have changed. People have changed. The economies have grown. The value of the currency has changed. Costs of materials have changed. We cannot build at the price that you used to. Now, we build at different prices and build even better. Even the facilities are much better. And Right Honorable Speaker, I want to appreciate you for saying that allocation of funds is a collective effort.
Let the
Right
Minister
Honorable
finish.
Speaker,
Let the Minister finish.
Honorable Jimmy had time to submit. I was seated.
I had
and
1
listening.
minute.
No,
So,
Let's be honest.
Let her finish.
I just want to appreciate you, Right Honorable Speaker, for reminding all of us that the Ministry of Health needs funding. We need funding, not only for infrastructure, even for commodities. We need funding. We have been saying this. One time you even invited me here to present the state of the health sector. When I did, everybody was quiet. I clearly highlighted how much money I needed. And I am glad that all of you are saying enhance the money. So, Right Honorable Speaker, allow me again to remind Honorable Jimmy that my contribution to Cabinet is well known and it is not in question. And it is highly appreciated by everybody, including yourself, because I even constructed a Kohoro Health Center for you in your constituency.
Order, Madam Speaker.
So,
Order.
Right Honorable Speaker.
Order, Madam Speaker.
My performance is not in doubt.
Order.
It is well appreciated.
Honorable members.
Right Honorable Speaker.
There is an order, Honorable Minister.
If I can move to this issue of the
Order.
CT scans.
Please.
There is an order, please sit.
Madam Speaker, I don't know about a Kokoro Health Center 4. I've represented Lira Municipality and Lira City. My ancestral may be in a Kokoro, but I don't know about a Kokoro Health Center 4. But the point here, which I want the Honorable Minister to fully appreciate, I was in this parliament.
What order? What is the order?
The order is, in this parliament, we borrowed money for these hospitals when as a member of this parliament under NRM. Not when they were built in the 60s. When I was in this parliament, we borrowed money for the same hospitals. Is the Honorable Minister in order now to start taking us back? Yet they borrowed money, they costed, and they gave us 24 hospitals which they failed to deliver. Is she in order?
But the Honorable Minister said the hospital that have been reported by the committee, like Busole, is completed. So what is it about? Honorable Minister, can you go ahead to give your report?
Madam Speaker, this is one of 24 hospitals,
right,
and it has gone over.
Honorable Jimmy, let's have respect for each other.
Allow me to remind Honorable Jimmy that no. I just want to bring to light clarity. We borrowed funds for Health Center 3's upgrade to Health Center 4's. We have not borrowed money for upgrade of Health Center 3's to Health Center 4's. That one is government money. And we have not borrowed money for upgrade of 24 hospitals. We have not. Right Honorable Speaker, when we are supposed to borrow that money, the Anti-Homosexuality Act was signed and it was cut off. So we need to say the truth.
We don't even regret passing that law
when it is not there. That is not possible. We didn't borrow it.
No, we are okay with the hospitals we have. We don't regret any homosexuality.
I would like to remind the members that we have again tabled in our request. And if finance can process that loan, it will be good. Because we still know that we have pending hospitals for upgrade. But that loan was not processed.
Yes. Go ahead.
So now you have clarification. Right Honorable Speaker, there is no CT scan in Bombo. There is no CT scan in Bombo. Bombo only received ICU equipment and oxygen plants. Bombo Hospital, Yumbe, Kayunga, and Entebbe are pending for CT scans.
Where did the 15th CT scan go?
Right Honorable Speaker, there were 14.
There were 14.
Yes, and at that time, Yumbe and Kayunga were under upgrade. Bombo was not included in the 14. Entebbe was just completed. Parliament gave us for 14, and it went to 14.
So the record should be corrected. It is 14, not 15.
And Right Honorable Speaker, the CT scans cannot be...
He says he has a clarification.
I request the minister to sit through the speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, we received this information in a report from the ministry. It is them that gave us the information that the procurement and the installation of the CT scans, they said it was 15, and Bombo included. The minister should go and correct his staff, because for us they brought out the document.
Her staff.
Yeah, her staff. They brought us the
Honorable
document and
Minister,
we have it on the
check
the record.
check with your team, and then we have that the record corrected. Yes.
Right Honorable Speaker, I will do that. I will correct with the committee. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue of the oxygen plants.
Hajat, can you first allow her to flow? Which one?
Right Honorable Speaker, we've been able to ascertain that Bombo did not get a CT scan after one of the honorable colleagues who is well aware about the issues in the hospital spoke out. Now, suppose there's another hospital also that did not get.
Bring
as
that
a point
one
of
also.
procedure,
No, raise that one also.
As a point of procedure, can we know the 14 hospitals that got the CT scan? Otherwise, they may not be anywhere.
They're on the report. They're in the report. And we have uploaded the report. Yes, Doctor.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, if I can move to the issue of the oxygen plants. 24 high-capacity oxygen plants were procured. However, the oxygen plants for Lira, Mbale, Mbarara, and Hoima were procured by the Global Fund, not government of Uganda. And they came in after, not at the same time with the government one. To date, 15 oxygen plants have been installed and are working. 9 are not, because each installation requires a transformer. Ministry of Energy was not able to provide. Parliament provided for the others, and for the others, we are still waiting for the money. The chair of the Health Committee has severally pushed for this. But it is true that it consumes a lot of power.
Clarification.
We have been pushing that the hospitals are put on the industrial line if we are to maintain them. We are yet to have a breakthrough with this request. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue of the intensive care unit beds. Right Honorable, you'll recall that the funding for this was provided at the height of the COVID-19 pandemic. At that time, we needed intensive care unit beds and oxygen as urgently as possible for the patients. So it was procured with the intention of having to install them in existing buildings. Some were installed, some were impossible. To date, Parliament has provided funding to construct ICUs at Jinja, Masaka, Mbale, Arua, Hoima, and Kabale. The rest, not yet. We have been requesting, and it is there in our budget. When you go through it, you will see that for the last 3 years, we have been requesting for this funding. Right Honorable Speaker, the Chair Emeritus responded on the issue of Kilembe Mines Hospital. I will only add a line in that Cabinet took a decision that an investor will be got to revamp Kilembe Mines, and then the hospital can be rebuilt after the river has been properly desilted and its banks constructed. Short of that, we cannot put a hospital there. It will flood again and again. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue of staffing. This needs to be discussed seriously with Parliament, because to date we recruit on replacement basis. And the argument is that recruitment of staff requires salary which is continuous. But when we request for money to buy ICU equipment, it is a one-off. So Parliament sees, Cabinet, Finance sees what is easier to finance as a one-off vis-a-vis what is continuous. So we don't have staff. And Right Honorable, let me also bring to the attention of this Parliament that on the issue of staff, we may have to discuss this issue a little more quickly, because when the partners withdrew, partners were supporting over 10,000 staff that are currently also not being paid for and are on Katebe. And I need them. Even with integration, we will still need the staff. So it is an urgent thing, including specialists, that we need. Right Honorable Speaker, I think members of the committee talked a lot about the issue of maintenance, funding being provided and it is not provided, and many others that I will not repeat because they have elaborated on them very well. I think the last issue that I will say is about Soroti Regional Referral Hospital. Right Honorable Speaker, the need to secure the land title is well noted, and I want to respond to you that this is ongoing, but that land is not Ministry of Health land. It is Ministry of Education land. It is under Soroti University. But they have allowed us to construct a new hospital there. Right Honorable Speaker, constructing a new hospital needs funding. And I have just said we have requested finance to mobilize resources for the hospitals. So until they do, we are not able to. We have been having discussions with JICA and requesting them to support Soroti. And until they respond to us, we still don't have answers regarding Soroti Regional Referral, but the plans to put up a new hospital is underway as soon as resources are provided. So in conclusion, Right Honorable Speaker, allow me to appreciate the committee for the report and once again to indicate that the health sector, I think over the years the health sector has changed a lot, and many of you will appreciate that. There is a lot going on, but if we are to have better services, we need more money. We need more money, and I will conclude on the issue of the insurance scheme bill. Right Honorable Speaker, I would have brought this bill to Parliament long ago, but I am still waiting, and you know the reason why. As soon as it is called for, I will bring. But there are other bills that I will be laying on table. I thank you.
Thank you. Honorable Government Chief Whip or Leader of Government Business who want the bill in the House. Yes, Honorable Kasai.
Right, Honorable Speaker, I want to clarify on supply of electricity to hospitals. It is actually a priority. We have a specific project for referral hospitals where we would wish to dedicate lines specifically for that. But there is emergency cases where there is maybe a transformer is not appropriate. I will take it up with the Minister of Health. We can intervene in those cases. If the transformer is of a lower voltage, we can actually see how we can provide an appropriate transformer. And then he talked about the electricity tariff to health facilities. It is now a special tariff that we have provided. It's about 3 cents per kilowatt hour for hospitals. However, we need to provide a budget. Although we have lowered, the hospitals should be able to pay. So there is a specific tariff regime for health facilities, which we have just put in effect. But we have got to provide them with the money to pay. Thank you.
Thank you. The water.
The transformers I will discuss with the the minister. She will give me the priority sites, and then we see how we can provide transformers
island
for health
people,
services.
my island people. Islanders.
Thank you, Madam Speaker. Madam Speaker, I thank the committee for the report and the Minister for the response. Madam Speaker, briefly on this note, I would request the Minister of Health maybe to look at the water ambulances that were given to all our island constituencies. These water ambulances will even get mechanical challenges because they are non-operational. At least a boat should be seen at least once in a month. They should find fuel. And lastly, Madam Speaker, my health center 4 at Chamswa, whereas we got a doctor and a medical officer and it is now operational. But the Ministry of Health should provide some fuel for generators. When a patient comes for operation, he must carry a jerrycan of diesel to have him operated for an year or a simple operations. The Ministry of Health should make us love this government by operationalizing that hospital, that health center 4. And finally, the Kalangala Health Center hospital that was promised, the minister came here and read a report which suggested that they would build a health center at a level of a hospital for Kalangala because of the peculiar circumstances, but we do not see anything forthcoming. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
Minister.
Thank you very much, Madam Speaker.
First give Honourable Minister to answer the what ambulance?
Right Honourable Speaker. When we procured the water ambulances, we had hope that Parliament would appropriate adequate fuel to run the water ambulances. 200 litres of fuel per trip is quite huge. Right Honourable, when the budget was returned here and the budget for fuel was removed, we were all here. We were all here. You all accepted. Right Honourable Speaker, right now we have huge challenges with fuel, not only for the boat ambulances, but even the land ambulances. We are not able to give the fuel cards that we used to.
Thank you.
In regards to the other facilities,
what can we do in the circumstance?
Right Honourable Speaker, I think you need to look for funding and you provide.
I don't look for funding. That's not my role.
Then I will request finance to look for funding. Right Honourable Speaker, on the other facilities that the Honourable Member...
You know, the budget formulation is for executive, ours is on appropriation. So executive look for money. Executive... when you people start making noise, my ears are even bursting. Yes, government,
Right Honourable.
Government, now that you have no answer, but government...
Thank you, Madam Speaker. I think on behalf of government, I want to advise the Minister for Health to bring this important issue to Cabinet so that we can discuss it and resolve it, because I've seen it even in my own constituency. The boats are not moving as they should. So Honourable Minister will be looking forward to a paper from you to see how best we can work on this.
Thank you. Honourable members, I now put a question that the report on the Standing Committee on Government Assurances and Implementation on the status of implementation of assurances to upgrade, rehabilitate, construct, equip health facilities in local government, install CT scans, oxygen plants, and ICU equipment in all regional hospitals be adopted by this House. Those in favor say and the contrary nay. The ayes have it. Honourable Minister will need to get a status report from you on each of the items that we've talked about. Yes, Honourable
Minister of Children. Yeah, right, Honourable Speaker.
As I was seated here, I received a note. Honorable Nankabirwa, she's online, attending Parliament online. She has said the 14 health centers with ready to connect CT scan. There are 14 transformers readily available in stock now. That within 3 weeks they should be installed. A list should be provided to Honorable Kasai for installation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Minister of Youth. Thank you. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members. Honorable members.
Right, Honorable Speaker, just I need to clarify a bit.
He was delivering a message.
Yes, I need to clarify a bit. The Honorable Okasai was communicating as Honorable Nankabirwa was also attending. So she has confirmed that they have transformers in place. We shall install them.
Honorable members, this is a collective responsibility.
Speaker, right, Honorable Speaker, there is no contradiction at all. Because I said we have the transformers. If we are given the priority centers, we shall deliver the transformers.
Thank you.
It is only the numbers which has been added, but we can provide more.
Honorable members, I know we are in a campaign season, and in this campaign season, you find we have our own local politics. I want to request you people that for the dignity of this house and decorum, we should avoid bringing in local politics in the house. Let's debate in this house for the good of this country. Local politics, we go back and sort it out locally. I now adjourn the house and dine. And the people of Buganda, and also the people of Uganda at large, by sending our heartfelt felicitations to His Highness Kabaka Mutebi II. May your reign be enduring one. In the same vein, I want to take this opportunity to commend His Excellency President Yoweri Kaguta Museveni and the NRM government for the restoration of the traditional and cultural institutions in his leadership. The remarkable contribution of the Kingdom of Uganda is bettering the lives of the masses is a lesson to other traditional and cultural institutions that we wish all the other cultural institutions could emulate what the Buganda Kingdom does. In our culture, we say, Sabasajja Kabaka Awangale. Honorable members, you will recall that this House designated members to the sectoral committees on Tuesday, 29th July. In the designation of members to the committees, Rule 1961 stipulates that the sectoral committee shall comprise of not less than 20 members and not more than 40 members in a committee. My attention has been drawn to the following committees whose numerical numbers violate the rule. One, the Committee of Lands. The Committee of Lands has 19 members, which is a short of 20 members, meaning that the NRM party or NRM chief whip should designate another one member to the committee. Then the Committee of Environment and Natural Resources has 42 members, which exceeds the maximum number of 40 per committee. So I'll request that the 2 members of the committee be withdrawn. And these 2 should be withdrawn from the NRM side. So the Chief Whip, take note of that. Honorable members, I will invoke Rule 26.1 of the Rules of Procedure and vary the order paper to accommodate the laying of papers from the Auditor General. Yes, I wish you nice deliberations.
Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker. I join you and the people of Buganda in celebrating the 32 years when our king, the Kabaka Muwenda Mutebi II, is guiding and heading Buganda. You see, Buganda is for all people that stay in Buganda. That's why we call it Buganda. So, though some of you don't want to take Amakula to Mengo. So, right, Honorable Speaker.
No, we have been taking.
Some of them I've never seen Honorable Kankunda Amos.
No, we've been taking, and we appreciate what the kingdom does in Buganda here and to the whole country.
Yeah, thank you very much, right, Honorable Speaker. So, want to thank all the people of Buganda, especially the Kabaka, for guiding us all through, especially we as the young leaders, when he advised us to enter into elective politics in order to serve our area. And you have done it effectively well. Thank you very much, Honorable Speaker, and all the people. Sabasajja Kabaka Wangala.
And we also want to ask you, the young leaders, to support the kingdom in its development and its growth. Yes, Masaka.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable, we want to appreciate your message as we celebrate 32 years of the reign of Kabaka Ronald Muwenda Mutebi. We also want to appreciate you so much. You as a speaker, I've seen you a number of times visiting the seat of Mengo, coming with full support. And I know the many times that you have been there, you have represented this parliament. The reign of Kabaka Mutebi, for us who come from Masaka area, which is Greater Budu, has added value to us. He has ably contributed to the health sector. Recently, he built for us a health center in Masaka City, in Yendomukungwe, and he has built many in Mityana and other parts of the Buganda region. Kabaka Mutebi has been very instrumental, and his leadership in promoting coffee. You know that the Uganda region is one of the major regions in terms of coffee production in this country. Kabaka Mutebi and his administration has been very instrumental in the education sector. In Masaka City, we host one of the biggest campuses, the Mutesa One Royal University, and we want to celebrate, join the entire nation and this kingdom of Uganda to celebrate his reign.
Thank you.
Long live Kabaka Mutebi.
Thank you so much, and thank you for those kind words for the kingdom. As Parliament, we will count the brilliant leaders that we have gone through the kingdom. When you look at Mpuga, he was working in the kingdom. Look at Segona, he was in the kingdom. Javira.
Thank you very much, Right Honorable Speaker. Allow me to join you, congratulate Sabasajja Kabaka Chuchu Magulu Nyondo the second for attaining 32 years in power, reigning very well in our kingdom. As you know, Rakai district was affected by HIV/AIDS in the early 90s. We want to thank the Kabaka of Uganda for being part of the champions advocating to ensure that there is a reduction in infections and, in fact, those who are living with HIV to live positively in a better way. So we want to thank Sabasajja Kabaka for the message, for the Kabaka birthday runs that have been really contributing so much to the health sector. I thank you.
Thank you. Resigning a lot to the kingdom here.
Right from Speaker, I want to thank you. And as you have rightly stated, my first wife, Namakula Farida, is a Muganda. I therefore join the people of Uganda in extending my deepest appreciation and congratulations to the Kabaka and the kingdom upon attaining 32 years since he was coronated. Lord Speaker, similarly, I want to thank you and this Parliament for always being steadfast in fraternizing with Uganda and the kingdom in as far as their demands are concerned, and even other kingdoms. I am aware that Uganda still has outstanding demands from the central government, just like other kingdoms. And this Parliament has been at the forefront of encouraging the executive to ensure that they try as much as possible to meet the demands of the people of Uganda and the kingdom and other areas. Lord Speaker, if the executive and the central government undertook to compensate and pay these kingdoms, there is a lot that they are going to do in terms of social, political, and economic development. So as we remember the 32 years of the kingdom, we must also undertake to ensure that the executive fulfills its obligations. Finally, Right Speaker, we want to thank the Kabaka and Uganda Kingdom for demonstrating that we can actually use culture and tradition to engender an agenda for development. When you look at what has been happening in Uganda, generally, the different programs, Mwanyi Terimba, Powesa, and the others, we can only say, Aibene, to sensible say. Right Speaker, we need to understand that what is happening in Uganda can be replicated in other kingdoms. In fact, I want us, those of us from other regions, other kingdoms, as a prince from Busoga, and we enjoy a very cordial relationship between Busoga and Uganda, we should be replicating what is happening in this kingdom, borrowing and taking the very good lessons, especially in terms of socio-economic transformation, to our regions. It is possible for us to do what is being done here. So I think since we all live here, we stay here, we've been accommodated here, the Baganda have welcomed us, the king is not segregative, we are all happy here. Even those from other areas will come and contest in this region, and they will be voted, which is not very easy. Honorable Speaker, one time Honorable Ngomanjime went to contest in Imbarara. He couldn't succeed. So, those are things we should be learning, Right Honorable Speaker. I thank you, Right Honorable Speaker.
Thank you.
I thank you very much.
Honorable Ngomangime just lost election. Yes, he just lost elections. Honorable members, it's a fact that the kingdom has done a lot in terms of health, education, leadership, training. They've done a lot. As Parliament of Uganda, we will continue supporting the kingdom. And in the 11th Parliament, I can assure you we've been fulfilling whatever we are supposed to do. We've paid a number of pledges that we made. We've made sufficient compensation to the kingdoms. Next item.
Laying of papers. The report of the Auditor General on a forensic audit on the alleged irregular payment of salaries and allowances by Ntungamo District Local Government from 2019-2020 to 2021-2022.
Pursuant to Rule 1884 of the Rules of Procedure, I will invite the Parliamentary Commissioner to lay on table the report. And we have Parliamentary Commissioner Emeritus. Honourable members will look at matters of national importance at the time for Ministerial, Prime Minister's time. Yes, go ahead.
Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues, I beg to lay on table the forensic audit report on the alleged irregular payment of salaries and allowances by Ntungamo District Local Government from 2019-2020 to 2021-2022 financial years. I beg to lay.
Thank you, Honorable Government Chief Whip. The findings in this report are criminal in nature. Criminal. And we are referring this report directly to the Criminal Investigation Department, CID, Police, and we'll want to get a report on the actions taken within 1 month.
Laying of papers. The Special Audit Report on Revenue Management and Accounting and Aviation Fuel Management at the Uganda National Airlines Company Limited for the financial years 2021-22, 2022-23, and 2023-24.
Pursuant to Rule 187.3 of the Rules of Procedure, I hereby invite the Parliamentary Commissioner to lay the report.
Right Honourable Speaker and honourable colleagues, I beg to lay on table the Special Audit Report on Revenue Management and Accounting Fuel Management at Uganda National Airlines Company Limited for the financial years 2021-2022, 2022-2023, and 2023-2024. I beg to lay.
Thank you. Pursuant to Rule 8.1 of the Rules of Procedure of Parliament, the report stands referred to a specialized investigative agency of government given the technicality and the sensitivity of the aviation aspects.
Item 3 on the order paper. Motion for a resolution of Parliament to appreciate His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for the clear and precise exposition of government policy contained in the State of the Nation Address to Parliament on Thursday, 5th June 2025.
Honourable members, before we go to the motion in the public gallery this afternoon, we have head teachers of Church of Uganda founded schools of the Diocese of Kigezi, Kabale District. Where are you? They are represented in Parliament by Honorable Catherine Indamira, Honorable Bahati, Honorable Kamara Nicholas, and Honorable Nwagaba Wilfred. You're most welcome. Join me in welcoming them. Thank you for coming. Honorable members, as you recall that His Excellency the President, General Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, delivered his State of Nation address to the nation on 5th June 2025, and that was pursuant to Rule 10, Sub-Rule 4 of the Rules of Procedure. The President was heard in silence, pending the debate of this House on the address of that day, and we alluded that this debate would be allocated time. The motion would be presented to the House on Tuesday, 29th July 2025. I undertook to allot time for the debate on the President's State of Nation address. To pave way for a debate, we will have a motion presented and seconded. Then we'll wait for a response from the leader of opposition on that on the State of Nation address. Then we'll give time for debate of both reports, the one from the motion and from the leader of opposition. I now want to call Honorable Nakut Faith to move the motion.
Motion for a resolution of Parliament to appreciate His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda for the clear and precise exposition of government policy contained in the State of the Nation address to the Parliament of the Republic of Uganda on Thursday, 5th June 2025. Whereas Article 1011 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, 1995, requires the President to deliver to Parliament an address on the State of the Nation at the beginning of each session. And whereas His Excellency Yoweri Kaguta Museveni, in compliance with Article 1011 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda, delivered the State of the Nation address to Parliament at Kololo Ceremonial Grounds on Thursday, 5th June 2025. Aware that in his address to the nation, His Excellency the President informed the nation that the Uganda shilling was still the most stable currency in the whole of Africa, and highlighting that during the past 12 months, the Uganda shilling had appreciated by 6.1%, and therefore the inflation was under control, given that Uganda experienced Africa's second lowest inflation rate in the past decade. Further aware that His Excellency the President highlighted that the economy had remained strong and resilient, as evidenced by the International Monetary Fund ranking that ranked Uganda 7th amongst the fastest growing economies in the whole world. And noting that the size of Uganda's economy had been projected at shillings 224.9 trillion, equivalent to USD 60.4 billion by the end of June 2025. Recognizing that His Excellency the President informed the nation that over the parish development model, EMIOGA, Youth Livelihood Program, Small Business Recovery Fund, Agricultural Credit Facility, Youth Venture Capital Fund, Uganda Women Entrepreneurship Program, the Invite Project, the GROW Project, and Uganda Development Corporation, among others, which have boosted economic performance. Further,
this processes 10,000 liters per day, so it helps our farmers to get market for the milk product. Right, Honorable Speaker, in the fish department, we have 658,000 metric tons of fish catch.
Matter.
Yes, right, Honorable.
Thank you so much, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, my procedural matter is that today the front bench of the opposition is empty. Is it procedural okay, Right Honorable Speaker, for us to move when the front bench is not here?
The front bench has only one minister, that is the government chief whip. I mean, the opposition chief whip. We have the chairperson of COSASE, the able chairperson of government assurance. For now, since they asked for permission to be away, they have gone to celebrate the Kabaka's birthday. We can continue without them. Can you summarize, Honorable Grania?
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Right Honorable Speaker, protect me from Honorable Asuman. Right Honorable Speaker, allow me to bring to the attention of the House and the whole country that we are producing a lot of fish, and this has supported our 12 fish processing factories. This has also created jobs for our youth and the rest of the people who are working in those factories. Right Honorable Speaker, government has gazetted fish breeding grounds, and these have helped our people to get jobs. Right Honorable Speaker, there is an enabling environment for private sector in fish production in this country, and this has attracted a number of investors in that field. Right Honorable Speaker, when we talk about coffee, as we speak now, we are producing 8.2 million bags of 60 kilogram bags as of 2024, compared to what we previously produced in 2022, which was 7.8 million bags. Right Honorable Speaker, that comes as a result of improvement in the coffee varieties that are climate and pest resistant in this country, and that has been done by this government, which is headed by His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda. Right Honorable Speaker, as we speak, we are producing big quantities of maize, and these have increased from 3.4 million metric tons to 5 million metric tons as of 2024. Right Honorable Speaker, the value of the export in maize has increased from 63.5 million USD to 195.3 million USD. That is not something small, and so we appreciate His Excellency the President for supporting the growth of our agriculture sector. And for that reason, Right Honorable Speaker and the House, I want to join the mover, the seconders, in seconding and appreciating His Excellency the President for the clear and precise State of the Nation address. I thank you.
Thank you so much, honorable members. I want to thank the mover and all the seconders for all those kind words that they've talked about His Excellency the President of the Republic of Uganda, and for his address to the nation on the state of affairs of this country, from where we are coming from, where we are, and where we are going. Honorable members will require a response from the leader of opposition in Parliament to the State of Nation address before we can open a debate on the floor. I have been reliably informed that the leader of opposition will be ready within 1 week to respond, and after that we shall allot time for the debate, because the rules allow us to give him time to respond, and we are asking him to respond in 1 week's time. Then we shall have a debate on this, and based on that we'll now go to the next item.
Item 4 on the order paper. Motion for a resolution of Parliament to authorize Kabale Regional Referral Hospital to sublease 5 acres of its land to Kabale University pursuant to Section 32(6) of the Public Finance Management Act 2015.
Honourable members, Section 32(6) of the Public Finance Management Act 2015 requires the accounting officer to secure authorization of Parliament before pledging or otherwise encumbering the land or any other asset on his or her vote, and pursuant to Rule 58 of the Rules of Procedure, the Minister of Health will move a motion to that effect. However, this must come out very clear that we as Parliament, we do not have powers to sell land, because in the last sitting, the sitting where we had another approval, we were only doing what the law requires of us as Parliament. The other procurement processes are done by the vote or by the accounting officer. Ours is basically to give authorization, and that's where our role stops. So this perception of saying Parliament has started selling land is not correct. We are acting according to the law, that is Section 32(6) of the Public Finance Management Act 2015. Honourable Minister.
Thank you very much.
Procedure, there's a procedural issue.
Right, Honourable Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. For the last 2, and this is the 3rd day, I have been, requesting your office to present a very important issue on the outbreak of cholera.
Is it a procedure on what we are presenting now?
Okay.
Honourable Call, as a senior leader in the House, you want to smuggle in, Honourable Minister?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Honourable members, this is a motion for a resolution of Parliament authorizing Kabale Regional Referral Hospital to sublease 5 acres out of its land to Kabale University. Whereas Kabale Regional Referral Hospital is a public hospital, and the registered proprietor of land comprised in volume 3119, Fall 24, situated at Kabale City. And whereas Kabale University is a public university operating and offering various academic programs, including medicine, with a medical school currently housed within Kabale Regional Referral Hospital. Aware that Kabale University, on the 8th of August 2022, requested Kabale Regional Referral Hospital for a sublease of 5 acres of land out of Kabale Regional Referral Hospital land to enable the university expand its teaching space for the Faculty of Medicine. Noting that Kabale Regional Referral Hospital Management Board, in its 6th sitting held on the 16th of September 2022, approved the request to allocate the university 5 acres of land for expansion of the Faculty of Medicine to comprise operating theaters, specialist clinics, and patient wards for oncology, neurology, orthopedic surgery, as well as lecture theatres to create a befitting medical school at Kabale University. Further noting that the Ministry of Health approved Kabale Regional Referral Hospital's Management Board decision to sublease 5 acres to Kabale University for expansion of its teaching space. Recognizing that Kabale University secured initial funding of 3 billion Uganda shillings for the desired medical school expansion from the government of Uganda through the Ministry of Finance in financial year 2022-2023. Appreciating the role that Kabale University Medical School plays in closing the medical professional gap by training medical professionals within the Kigezi sub-region in the districts of southwestern Uganda, of Kabale, Kanungu, Rubanda, Ruchiga, Kisoro, and Rukunjiri. Noting that the statutory requirement for parliamentary approval under Section 32, subsection 6 of the Public Finance and Management Act, Cap 171, for Kabale Regional Referral Hospital to encumber its land through subleasing it to Kabale University. Now, therefore, be it resolved that Parliament authorizes Kabale Regional Referral Hospital to sublease 5 acres out of its land to Kabale University for the expansion of the Faculty of Medicine to comprise operating theatres, specialist clinics, and patient wards for oncology, neurology, orthopedic surgery, as well as lecture theatres. I beg to submit.
Thank you. Seconded. Seconded by Tony Wanzala Mutebi, Olympian, by the Prime Minister, by Government Chief Whip, by Dr. Kasai, by Honorable Namboso, by Honorable Uda, by Rose Olanya, Dakasi, Kubex, Isaac, Sarah, by the whole side, including Gerald, Acrobat, Masindi, Nekesa, and Lanyo. Would you love to speak to you? Dr. Uyonga and Angora, Dr. Yume, Emeritus Chair. Doctor, can you justify your motion?
Thank you very much, Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, our regional referral hospitals act as teaching hospitals for the universities. And therefore, we work together to expand the hospitals to offer comprehensive teaching to our students. So allow me to additionally inform this august House that the request before us today of authorizing Kabale Regional Referral Hospital to sublease 5 acres of its land to Kabale University, which is a public institution of higher learning, is not just a matter of land. It is an investment in the future of healthcare delivery, medical education, and regional development in Kigezi sub-region and beyond. Kabale University, through its School of Medicine, is a key partner in the provision of specialized healthcare services, medical training, and research. And as you heard, a number of facilities will be constructed on the said land, including facilities for neurology, oncology, and many others. We are all aware that the regional referral serves a catchment population of 2.4 million people across the districts of Kabale, Kanungu, Kisoro, Ntungamo, Rubanda, Ruchiga, and Rukunjiri. And these people definitely have different ailments, just like any other region. And therefore, they deserve specialized services as well. The hospital also receives cross-border referrals from the neighboring countries of Rwanda,
Hello. Hello.
Honourable members, Madam Speaker, Prayer. Almighty God, who in your freedom of the prudential governance have appointed us as leaders of parliaments for the society, just government of humanity, we beseech you to look upon with abundant favor these your servants, whom you have been pleased call the performance of such important trust in this land. Let your blessings descend upon you assembled, and granted may as in your presence, to it and cause no matter that shall come under deliberation, in so just and fully manner to promote your honor and glory, and to advance the good of those whose trust you have committed their church.
Item 2 on the order paper, communication from the chair.
Honorable members, I want to welcome you to this afternoon sitting. As you recall, on 5th June 2025, the House received the President's address on the State of Nation address. And that was according to Article 101, Sub-Article 1 of the Constitution of the Republic of Uganda. And pursuant to Rule 26.1 of the Rules of Procedure, I will allot the lead of government business time to bring a motion for us to be able to debate on the State of Nation address. So the leader of opposition is duly informed that they should bring a motion for that, and then we will also have a response from the opposition side. Honourable members, I'm aware that given the prevailing electoral roadmaps, many of you have been involved in the electoral-related activities. I want to congratulate those who made it and those who are yet to make it. Congratulations. And even those who lost, that is not the end of the world. There will always be a way. There will always be a way. You remain firm and God will see you through.
You go independent.
Honorable members, during this season I've been able to move throughout the country, and I found out the roads are in a sorrow state, especially after these rains. You find some roads are impassable. I went to Hoima. The road in Hoima, since the takeover of UNRWA, the road was under, they were working on the road, but the dust on the road, you cannot even see a car in front of you. And that will cause an accident. Most of the roads that were being worked on have been abandoned. We may need to have a report from Minister of Works. The issue has always been we don't have money, but you find the Kampala-Hoima road is terrible, the Kampala-Jinja road is terrible, the Mityana-Mubende road, the Moroto road, the Kafu, all those roads. We want to understand what is happening. The Masaka road, even just connecting from Mumbarara to Bushenyi, to Shema, the road is bad. And you wonder what is happening. We allocate money. The roads are not being worked on. Where is the money going to? So, government, we need a statement on what is happening with the roads, the accidents that are happening. You find there is a truck that maybe has a mechanical problem. The truck is parked there. No signs of an accident or a packed truck, and that causes accidents. We need to handle that to avoid the accidents that are happening in the country, because we are losing a lot of people. Honorable members, as you may be aware, that Uganda, alongside Tanzania and Kenya, will be hosting CAF, the African Nation Football Champion, on 2nd to 30th August. 2nd to 30th August, which is next week. And that will be a precursor to hosting of AFCON 2027. The issues that are being raised outside there that I got from my office and from you members, that we as Uganda, we are lighting our candle, but the candle is kept under the chair. It is not serving the purpose. The public out there does not know that we are hosting AFCON. I mean CHAN. So we may need to get from the Minister of Sports, how ready and prepared are we? And this being a House of Representatives, we need to get that information for us to be able to give out to the public. And we need to create awareness of how we are ready to host, and we should be able to support our team, Uganda Cranes. Since Uganda Cranes is the first team that is going to play, we should be able to support it. So members from government, we may also need to get a statement from you on the issue of AFCON. And you are aware this House passed. Honorable members, I have assessed the status of pending business in the committees, and we
that maybe at the countryside, but to the capital we are there. I thank you so much.
There is Kimosho. Honorable Kimosho, Honorable Avuru.
Thank you. Right Honorable, my issue is not about Chan. I think the minister has indirectly pleaded with us that we give him time.
Honorable Minister, you've indirectly pleaded with the House that you've not done what is expected, that we will want a report from you tomorrow. And we want evidence. We want evidence that this is happening, and we can also see as we move out, because we don't stay here. We should be able to see when we move out that this is what is happening, and that's that. But it is all for the good of Uganda.
Madam Speaker, I'm most obliged. I will bring a report tomorrow to inform the House of how far we have come, where we are, and where we intend to be. For purposes of that divert, we will also do it, Madam Speaker. I thank you so much, but I want to thank Parliament for always being there for me. I want to thank you and members for being there, and I reiterate, I invite you to come and watch our first game on 4th of August in Nambole, 8 p.m. Thank you very much. You're most welcome.
Thank you.
Thank
yes,
you.
Honorable Kimosho.
Thank you.
I'm coming back. Okay.
Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. Thank you, Right Honorable Speaker. In the same spirit, I want to congratulate my colleagues, especially those on NRM that have been undertaking the process of our primaries. Right Honorable Speaker, allow me make a simple comment about the issue that you talked about of roads. Right Honorable Speaker, towards the end, as we are breaking off for the last session, you had instructed the minister to come here and bring a report. And that report was lacking because it was so general. Right Honorable Speaker, the issue of roads is so serious that it's making this government, our government, look very ugly. When we were handling rationalization, at some point I thought there was someone who had planned to overthrow this government by taking a wrong decision. Right, Honourable Speaker, I can tell you, and no wonder the minister has suffered the victim, the one for roads.
And is the chairman of infrastructure.
Yes. Honourable Speaker, I will give you an example. I have a road in my place. For the last 3 months, they tell you the documents are ready and the contract is awarded. We are waiting for a call-off. Every time you ask, they are telling you, we are following up the papers. We don't know where the papers disappeared. What kind of a ministry where papers can disappear for 2 months and a call-off cannot come out? And the people start speculating that Parliament is the one sharing money for roads. Because we have been making rounds in these constituencies, theories have developed, because there are roads that are supposed to be maintained, the routine maintenance, at least once or twice a year. And no one has maintained. And now the rumor mongering and this, nature does not allow vacuum. Because no one explains this problem, people are saying that Parliament is sharing money for roads. One must come out, because when someone in my village in Kazo doesn't see a road, he looks at a member of Parliament. You don't explain anything else. And for us, when they come here, they start talking in tongues, speaking English, no solutions, no way forward, no timelines, nothing absolutely. Right, Honourable Speaker, I think as you invited the minister to give a report, this report should be classified, the highway roads, those that have loans, what is the performance, the routine maintenance, how many have contracts, how many have call-offs, how many have nothing, so that people know that there is absolutely nothing, and they stop counting this mess on us as members of Parliament. Right?
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Honourable members, you'll even find the money that we send for maintenance of roads. The roads that were meant to be for UNRWA are not being maintained. So we don't know who is supposed to maintain those roads, and since UNRWA is no more, who is supposed to maintain the roads?
Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
It was me. Thank you. Right Honourable Speaker. Right Honourable Speaker, I want to make a comment on your remarks this morning.